So I come from a very big family, like 20 people live in my house. I always like to be with my family members. It was a major clash between me and my wife. She was not ready to move when I said let's go to India. Being in US and both wife and husband working, you will have a good lifestyle, you will save good amount of money, but you will not have like a serious growth. Now you want to set up some industries, you want to do some business. The best thing what she did was, like, after coming to India, so I tried to list it for sale. It didn't go for sale. So the major mistake that I did was I decided to go back to India in January. They gave an opportunity to work from home from India for certain friends of mine. They got very good pay, more than 80 lakhs, 1 crore, such good pay they got it. So
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Desi Return. Today, I am excited to have Mr. Rahul on our show. Rahul went to US for his higher education, lived there for close to 11 years before deciding to move back to India. And I am interested to understand his journey, what made him to move to US, life in US, what brought him back to India, and his plans in India, after working for more than a decade in US, and how it's been going on. With that, welcome Rahul to our show.
yeah, hi Avinash.
Thanks for being with us today. So let's start a bit about your background and what made you to go to US initially.
Yeah, so I did my computer science engineering, and I wanted to go. I did not have much plans to go to US initially, but my family gave me good guidance during that time. So I wanted to do something different. So I did my MBA in technology. So I went there. I did my MBA in technology in New Jersey Institute of Technology. After that, I got a lot of opportunities to work, and then I started working. I worked there almost about um, 10 plus years. I worked continuously for 10 plus years in different. I worked for healthcare companies, I worked for banking companies, I worked for telecom industry. So I worked in various companies.
Got it. So sounds like I think it's for the higher education, and then you chose a little bit of a different path, which is in technology, even though coming from a computer science background. So how was the life in US, and what made you to move back to India?
Yeah, life in US, it's always very good. Like, a lot of peaceful. Nobody bothers about you, nobody disturbs you. You can do whatever you want. Like, uh, your neighbors also won't disturb you. Nobody will disturb you. Life there is very peaceful, and it's very systematic. You wake up early, you take care of yourself, you take care of the kids go to school or kids go to daycare. You start working from 9 to 5, 9 to 6. Then you have time to spend with family, so you can take your kids outside, you can spend quality time with your wife, and you get a lot of very good time there. So life there is very systematic
Yeah.
and very peaceful.
So that sounds good. Like I think having a peaceful life, structured, systematic life.
Exactly.
So what changed for you to consider returning back to India?
I never had plans to be. So I'm a very family guy. So I come from a very big family, like 20 people live in my house. I always like to be with my family members. I'm the first one in my entire family to, like, to go away from home and go out of country. Like, nobody went out of country for education and all. Hardly they go for trips and all, but for education, trying to settle down in a different country, nobody was there. So my family has guided me so much to go there and settle. But still, I always miss my family. And uh, there was, like, it's like an elastic life there. Like, you get frustrated at certain point of time, like being routine, like what I was doing every day. Like, at one point I was looking at my life, like, I'm getting up, taking care of the kids, working 9 to 5, and then spending time with my family. I did not see much growth in my career. Like, if I was fully concentrating, doing a lot of certifications, if I want to focus totally on my IT career, then definitely I would have had a very good life, change of companies. But my focus was always on doing something different in India. I always wanted to come back to India, do or explore some business opportunity, do something new, rather than having a systematic life. And wanted to give even my family that opportunity to decide. It's not just I just wanted to come back and force my family. I gave time for my family to decide, and then when they were ready, we moved back to India.
Got it. And no, thanks for sharing that. So sounds like I think your interest is more towards business than having this career in IT or growth. So that's always there in the back of the mind. And so why 10 years or 11 years after going to US? Like, is there a certain thing that triggered or family was able to come to a decision? What changed to make that decision not early or not later, but in 11 years for you to decide to move to India?
Yes, that's a good question, and that's an actually it would be a funny answer. So when I came here, right, we study for a 1.5 year, then we have a 2 year or 3 year work permit, and during after my masters, I wanted to come back. My family was like, "No, you went there, you spent so much, you learn something, try to work for a while." So I worked for like a year or two, and then I wanted to come back. Then my family was like, "No, you are there in US, get married, spend some quality time with your wife, roam around." So I got married. Me and my wife, like, we were here for almost 2 to 3 years. We roamed around all over the United States. We had very good time, and then I wanted to come back. Then my family was like, having US citizen kids is always beneficial. So why don't you think about it and then move back to India? So then okay, I got one kid. Then after one kid, I wanted to come back. Then my sister got married and came to US. So again, I had to stay there for a couple of days. And then again, when I wanted to come back, my family was like, what about second kid? Why it would always be disturbing between them if they want to go back abroad. We never know 20 years later how big India would be, or how bad or good United States would be. Kids would always have an opportunity to have US Indian citizenship if they come back here, but if they want to go and work in United States, they would have an easy opportunity because they would be US citizens. So have two kids there, then two kids. Then I wanted to come back after my second kid. So my wife was like, no, this time I'm not ready. I need some time. Give me 1 year for me to make up my mind, because we both were working. She was also working for a bank. She was making good money, and she was like, no, give me some time to decide, because going back to India is not easy, no, because we got used to this life, these kids. We were in a very big home. So we had a very nice lifestyle there, and coming back to India, we cannot expect that lifestyle here, right? So she wanted some time, and then at certain point, having two kids, having routine life, taking care of kids. My kids are too much naughty, messy, and troublesome. So they were like me when I was a kid. So at some point I was like so much frustrated, like I'm not having any growth in my life. I'm unable to focus on my career. I cannot do anything else. So I was like, why don't I go back? But after coming back, more than us, kids are the most happiest people. They're having so much good time here. Like if they're doing anything wrong, we tell them, let's go back to United States, and they keep crying like, no, 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 please, I'll be a good boy, I'll be here, I want to be here, I don't want to go back.
Got it. So, yeah, no, thanks for sharing that. I think, it's one after the other. I think the goal keeps changing. So eventually, I think, I'm curious. I think, what's the decision process? I know you mentioned about your wife, right? I think you are ready. You wanted to move whenever I think, you got the green signal from the family or from everyone. So if you can talk a little bit about your wife's thought process, as you said, it's a well established, you have a comfortable life, and what she thought through and how she was able to make a decision to move back to India. If there's anything that you can share from that perspective.
Yes. So uh, I have my family here, so I can say like anytime, let's go back, let's go back. It's not easy for her because we were there, like we got married in 2018. We were there for almost 6 plus years, 6 to 7 years. We were there in US. So she was never interested. Like the first condition that we had during our marriage was like no more than 1 year in US. So that was the condition her family and she had when we got married. But things change, like only like if you take the family, like it's only both of us there. So it's a different lifestyle. She gets to do whatever she wants. She, like, I helped her in achieving her goals. So she was working for banks. She was making very good money. She had very good lifestyle. So it's only both of us and our kids. So she had a very good lifestyle, and she was very, very happy.
Yeah.
And when we had the discussions of coming back to India, and especially coming back, like most of the people live alone, right? Like
Yes.
They live with their family. Most of the times I see like parents live separate and they live separate within Hyderabad and cities as well, but it's not the same scenario for us. Like I live in a home where 20 people live, so it was not easy. She grew up in a joint family as well, where there were 15 20 people in our house as well. But after getting used to that lifestyle, we had luxury cars, we had very good house, we had home theater, we were roaming, we were going for a lot of trips, we were going to out of country. Like we used to go to every 6 months we used to go to out of country places, and every 2 3 months we used to go within US. So we had a very nice lifestyle, and it was a major clash between me and my wife. She was not ready to move when I said let's go to India. She was like, I want to work for at least 1 more year, I want to save some money. After going back to India, it's not easy for you, because even though your family is well established, you have to do something, you have to work, you have to set up some like an index. You have some plans, do it, but it will take at least 2 to 3 years for you to settle down, earn some money. So at least I want to save some money, and I don't want to be dependent on you or the family members. So it took her like more than a year time to decide. And then I gave her like, so we came on 2023 December for my cousin sister's wedding. So we went back 2024 Jan. She said me, give me 1 year time. Exactly Jan 2025, I reminded her, you asked me for 1 year time, 1 year time is done, let's go back to India. So like I appreciate her so much, because she knew that I can do something better here than there, because she was seeing me how frustrated I was doing the same routine IT job since morning to evening, being on the calls, no growth. So my mind was very much broad and different when before working in IT. So as I got addicted to this IT job, I was seeing the difference in myself, like how I was 10 years ago, what was my thought process, what was my vision, all those were reducing. So and like I decided, okay, I'm already 33 years old. If I be another 2 or 3 years here, I'm not going to go back to India. I'll get used to this life and I'll be here. That's it. So being in US and both wife and husband working, you will have a good lifestyle, you will save good amount of money, but you will not have like a serious growth. Now you want to set up some industries, you want to do some business, it's not easy. Working on H1B visa, working on 9 to 5 job, taking care of kids, and then doing something else. I have a lot of friends back there who are into constructions, who are into hotels, but all of them did it after getting green card or after turning 40s, where their kids become little older and they don't have much dependencies. But my vision was way before them. So that is the reason why I wanted to come back early.
Makes sense. So I know you kind of touched on a subtle point, which I wanted to expand if you are okay. Like I think, one of the, concern or like the thing to consider is living by yourself in a nuclear family, you, your wife and kids, and then move
Yes,
to a big joint family. 20 people is a big, big change. When you have that comfortable life, how did she made up the mind? Or maybe you can talk about her adjustment or anything like that, because that's a big thing, especially from a woman's side, right? I think, who has that kind of a flexibility while living abroad, and when they're coming back to India. So anything that you can share on that subtle point, anything that you can expand on it.
yes. So basically, yeah, she made up her mind in 1 year. Okay, I have to save some money. I should not depend on family members or this. And then speaking frequently to family members and knowing things, how things work out in the family. Like back there, you wake up anytime, you have bath or no, you go to kitchen, you cook for your kids because they go to school early. But here it's not like that. You have to wake up early when you are with the family. You wake up anytime, but you want to come to kitchen, you have to have bath. You cannot come to kitchen without having bath. So there are a lot of things, right? So she was like talking to like my mother, like finding out how things work out. Then slowly make she made up her mind, okay, this is how it is going to be, this is how I have to be. And then the best thing what she did was like, after coming to India, what many people do, like there are in every stage of life, right? Like once you get married, people initially try to show so much love, so much affection, spend so much money to their spouses initially, and then slowly once they get on, they reduce it. That creates some differences. So the better solution for that is, you have to be yourself from beginning, not try to show off more or try to be over friendly or something like that. So same thing here. Once we moved back to India also, right? So from initial onwards she's trying to maintain certain standard with the family, because at the initial stage we have flexibility in the family. They don't tell you anything, they don't ask you to work, they don't force you to do certain things. And if you're trying to be too nice initially and then slowly being different, it's different, right? So what she's trying to do is she's trying to be like herself, how she wanted to be after coming back to India. Like from day one onwards she is like that. Okay, I want certain things in the kitchen to be this way. So we have like 12 bedrooms in the house, like, yeah, 12 to 14 bedrooms in my house because so many people live,
Yes.
right? So her first condition was, after moving back, I want the room to be fully changed, I want the cupboards to be different, I want the bed to be different, I want certain furniture and all this. So she set some priorities for me. She gave me like conditions, like, once moving back to India, these are the three things I'm asking you. One, I want the kitchen certain area, I want to bring my US appliances, I want certain space,
Sure.
even though however it is. Second, I want the full room to be different. So like we came back initially, so we did that first itself. After being here for a month or two, if I try to ask my family members, okay, I want these changes, I want those changes, they'll be like, nah, nah, nah. Like, so from initial onwards we have decided, like, we made a plan. Okay, after coming, this is the very first thing we have to get it done. So now the after coming initially, I said, like, my parents, I want to get the furniture done and all. They will say, okay, get it done, because we just moved back, right? So we are trying to set the standard. So it's the same suggestion I'm giving to a lot of people. Once you move back to India and if you're with family members, whatever you was your thoughts, don't be shy, don't be like, what would they think and all. Whatever you are feeling and what was your priority, get it done initially. If you are, whatever is your priority from beginning, it will go like that.
Got it. No, thanks for sharing that and being very specific on that particular point. Really appreciate it. So let's talk about your own ambitions, right? I think where you want to start your own business and the entrepreneurship. Uh, Maybe you can talk a little bit about your plans or journey on that side, because that's one of the major factors where you want to grow and do something. So anything that you can share at this point or what you have plans, yeah, that would be helpful.
Yes. So basically, we have a lot of opportunities in India. So people think, what we can do, what we can do, what we can do. But India is growing so much. There are a lot of opportunities. I've been seeing, like, multiple people change from IT to agriculture side. Multiple people are coming into industrial side. They're finding different ways to make sustainable products. They're finding different ways to start new products, organic products, healthy products. So there are various places where you can target. Now you can take every sector. If you take kids, you can go into kids clothing, you can go into kids toys, because I still did not see that much quality products there. Maybe I just came in, I didn't explore much, but the way I'm living in my hometown, the way I'm seeing the quality of products. So there are many areas where we can step in, like like I said, like baby side or sustainable product side or setting up some industries. You can start from anywhere. So basically, currently from the last 1 month, I'm trying to explore my opportunities. I have certain things in my mind. So my family doesn't want me to pitch in existing businesses, because it's all organized. Even though if I enter in, there is nothing that I can do or improve, because everything is fully organized from morning till night. So everything is, my uncle is taking care of it, my brother is taking care of it. I don't want anything better. So they gave me some opportunity and time to decide, why don't you sit down, why don't you explore some opportunities, why don't you write a thesis, or why don't you prepare document about what you want to do. Like if you want to focus on particular industry, why don't you explore that industry. We will get you contacts, go around, roam around, explore that industries. So when my family wanted to build a hotel, they went to more than 100 plus hotels in all over the country, and they built it. We have a mall. So my uncle went more than, like, he went to Pune, he went to Vijayawada, he went all over India to see how a mall operates and all. Now they're operating everything. So similarly, the best part I'm having is I'm having a proper guidance from my family, because my family is well educated and they're into businesses from last 40-50 years into various industries. They're into various industries, so I'm having proper guidance from them. But it's time for me to sit down and write a proper thesis, roam around and explore some opportunities.
Got it. Makes sense. So, if it's okay, I mean, can we talk a little bit on your financial planning? So, since you have, the thought of moving back to India all the time, So how did you go about investments or savings? I don't know if you did the 401ks or investments in
Yes.
India, and also what you did with your financial assets. So if you can talk anything on that aspect, that would be fantastic.
Yes, so I have a house back there, and I do have a townhouse. So I have two houses. One is my primary home, and I had an investment home. And we both, me and my wife, had 401k, Roth IRA. We had an LLC, and we had an SCP IRA as well. So currently, we have a lot of funds in our 401ks and Roth IRAs and SCP IRAs. It is still there like that. We are planning to just leave it there for now, like, because we are not having any financial struggle or hurdle as of now. Um, so and both of my properties, like I tried to sell my primary home because primary home, like townhouses can go for rent easily,
Yeah,
but primary homes is very tough to go. It's not that easy. And I bought my house back during COVID time peak, so my EMIs are high. So I tried to list it for sale. It didn't go for sale. So the major mistake that I did was I decided to go back to India in January, but I listed my property for sale in March. And
after moving back.
yeah, almost like March. I moved back during May, April, but I
Okay,
listed in March. And currently the market situation is not good. So it did not go. So what I did, I gave power of attorney to my brother-in-law who is there, and I listed my property for rent currently.
sure.
So I told everyone, like I suggested many people in the groups or when I talk to them, if you're planning to move back to India next year, list your property for sale this year because it might take a while. Even in very good school zone areas, the houses are going for very lesser price. So if you have certain number or certain plan, I'm telling people, like on an average in my community I observed was houses were going for sale between 3 to 8 months.
Yeah,
So you never know how much time it's going to take. There are a lot of options, like you can sell your house and you can give an option like I want to be in the same house for rent and for another 6 months.
sure.
I have seen people who have done
Yes.
that. One
As a
of my
part of the
friends.
contract, you can definitely
Yes,
put that.
you
Yes.
can definitely do that. So what I suggest people is, if you are planning to move back to India and don't want burden on your primary home, list it for sale, sell it and come, and you list it as early as possible. So it might take anywhere between 3 months to 8 months, right? So that's what
Got,
I'm saying. And
got
very good schools go quickly. My house was in a medium school zone, so it's taking time. And
it.
summertime, lot of people try to move. Like there were 20 plus houses in for sale when I was trying to move in my community.
Okay, got it. And you said, I think you moved back to your hometown. Is your hometown in Hyderabad or some other places? So I think that's that like decision process in terms of like relocating back, I'm assuming. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm in a tier two city, Nizamabad.
Okay.
It's in top five city in Telangana, and it's a very good city. There are a lot of industries. There are a lot of hotels, malls, movie theaters, everything. Everything is there. Not much IT. There is
Yeah,
no IT here currently, but it's like a regular tier two city, very well established tier two city.
got it.
And it's like we are far only 2 to 3 hours away from Hyderabad.
Yes.
My family initially wanted me to settle down in Hyderabad. They were like, "You were in US. Why don't you settle down in Hyderabad? Try to explore some opportunities there." But I was like, "No, I want to be with family
Yeah,
currently. But if I explore some opportunity or any industry when I'm making certain product, if I want for a good growth, then I'll try to move there for a certain period of time. But as of now, I don't have much plans to move there.
got it.
I
Understood.
don't like cities, traffic, too much stress.
Yeah. So how is the life thus far? I know it's been like only a short duration, but I think you already mentioned about the kids, like they are the one who is enjoying the most. So in general, how is the life and how are things going so far?
Yeah, initial worry was about kids, so they're very much happy because my parents, my whole family members live here. My wife's parents also are from the same hometown, so whenever we are stressed, they come take the kids and go. So kids are having very much, like my brother, my cousin, he's a doctor. His two kids are also pretty much my kids age. One is 7 years and another is 4 years. So there are kids in the home, so they are very much happy. So our major worry and stress was about the kids. How would they settle? So the major problem with the kids was initially summer, right? We moved in summer. It was too much hot for them. they were getting a lot of rashes because we are in a clean, like our house is always clean and neat, but in here we always keep that getting dust. It's that's how the climate and that's how here it is. So we keep getting a lot of dust. They keep running here and there, they touch here and there, they eat with the same hands. So kids initially had some trouble, but it's okay, they'll get used to it for their immunity. Kids are very happy, no problem. But the major stress is on us currently because my family like put pressure on me. Like generally people when they move back from US to India, they have certain plans, they have certain vision. Okay, when I move back to India, I'll be working for this company, or I'm going to explore this particular industry, and I'll go around, roam around, look at those properties, mills, and get it done. So I haven't done any of that homework back there because last 3 4 months moving back was very stressful. We have to do a lot of packing, we have to do moving, and we have to figure out for the kids schooling, and there are a lot of things, and it's not that much easy. And I was stressed out that I don't want to be here in IT
Sure.
anymore. So now that I told my family, give me a month or two, I'm going to decide what I'm going to do. I'll explore and I'll do some lot of research, and then I'll start something. So the stress is on us, not on the kids. So
Yeah. Cool. Any advice or anything that we haven't talked that you wanted to share with our audience?
yeah, so couple of things I wanted to tell people when they want to move back to India. First thing, decide what they're going to do here. I've seen some people, like I had a lot of my friends who moved back for their own companies. They gave they gave an opportunity to work from home from India for certain friends of mine. They got very good pay, more than 80 lakhs, 1 crore, such good pay they got it. So if you want to move back to India, and if your family is not into businesses, if you want to work in IT, don't just come back, decide. I had a friend who applied for a lot of companies. He got an opportunity in Bangalore and he moved back from California to Bangalore. So similarly, explore certain opportunities. Once you get an opportunity, then only come back. After coming back, getting a job is not easy. And people have certain pay grade, like working in US, I'm making this much money, I want to earn this much. You can earn that much money easily only if you do an internal transfer. And if you are there and if you are applying jobs here, companies try to give you some priority and give you good pay grade. So have a good plan and vision when once you move. So like from day one you have to be into something, because everybody will be questioning you, hey, you came back, what are you going to do, what are you going to do? And handling finances for 2 3 months is okay, but after that you need to have enough funds to take care of yourselves if you don't have any job or not. So regarding career, that is the thing. And I've seen a lot of people looking for houses and all. So same thing. If you don't have a house and want to be in any gated community and all, look for it, decide, and directly come and settle down. And then third thing, moving. People are moving, like people for moving back from there to here, right? There are a lot of options. You have courier service, you have shipping service, you have containers, you have flights. So I found flights option was the best. So that's what I was trying to advise people. So if there are multiple ways to send all of your household items, uh, get rid of as much as things possible. Try to get the minimal stuff, just your household items, clothing. You are getting everything in India. I've seen people getting dining tables, drawers, dressers from US. It's not needed because everything is available here. You get better quality, you get cheaper prices if you look for any warehouses. And certain people bring TVs. People don't pay for crates, wooden crates, while bringing TVs. My own friend did not pay for wooden crate. He bought an 85-inch TV. His TV got damaged because he did not get a wooden crate, because people were quoting around $300 for wooden crates. And if you want to go instead of container, I would recommend everyone getting things in flight. It's much easy. So I bought around 40 pieces of luggage in flight. It was very cheaper than container, because container it was costing me around 120 to $140 per box, and it comes in 6 months. I don't even remember what is there in that. I came in flights. All this Etihad, Emirates, they are giving options for very cheaper. You can get boxes as low as between 100 to $120 also. So flight getting things in flight is easier. And I did not pay any customs also. The customs officer saw me with so much luggage. He asked me, what is all this? I said I moved back from India and I don't have any appliances. It's just clothing and all. So he said, okay, you're good to go. and I came back. But I saw people complaining they went to port area where they opened each and every box. It was very hectic for them.
Sure.
So these are the things I would suggest.
No, yeah, valuable suggestion. So, thank you very much for sharing your story with us, and all the best with your, plans and getting into entrepreneurship role. And good luck with everything. And thanks again from all of us.
Yeah, thank you so much for hosting this.
Yes, for sure.